So check this out. This is where this whole mindset came from in our women, in our nation, in our people. This is the Willie Lynch letter. Let's read the letter.
It says, understanding is the best thing. Therefore, we shall go deeper into this area of the subject matter concerning what we have produced. Here is the breaking of the female nigger. We have reversed the relationship in her natural uncivilized state.
So they said one of the processes in the Willie Lynch letter when we were slaves on the plantation was to reverse the nature, reverse the use of the nigger woman and the nigger man, right? Go ahead.
She would have a strong dependency of the uncivilized nigger male, and she would have a limited protective dependency towards the independent male.
So it used to be where the woman had a strong dependency on the male, but they don't do that no more.
So like, and an example of that is when we was getting off those slave ships, and the slave master would say, "Come here, you coming with me." The woman would stand behind her husband like, "No, I'm not going with you." Right. So they had to come up with a plan like what he reading right now to make it where they separate. Because when they together with their children, it's hard to do anything with them. Right. Because they all on one accord. Right. Right. You know, and our people was very big, #1 in the whole entire planet of communicating with each other without saying shit. Right. Right. Like I can look at him and be like, and he'll cut the camera off.
Right. No, that's true. That's a real situation. You even see that in the what is it, in the 50s and 60s where a black man with two black men would go into a store and they would just do a head nod like that. I mean, I know you got my back, I got your back. Right. It was just a communication without speaking words. Right. But here they reversed the nature to where the woman would be more, because she used to be dependent on the husband. She used to be dependent on the male, but they reversed the roles. Right. Right. So where now they took the man and they kept him physically strong. They kept him physically strong, but they took his mind and made him mentally weak. Right. Keep the body, but take the mind. Right. Keep the body, but take the mind. And that's what they did. Go ahead.
I'm gonna read it again. And she will have a limited protective dependency towards her independent male offspring, and will raise female offspring to be dependent like her.
So they would raise their females to be independent like her. You go all over the world, all over the planet, the #1 people that everybody always educates first in any culture, in any race, they educate the man first. But in our society, in the black man and the black woman society, the woman is the #1 educated. Right. So it shows the reverse of the nature. The man is no longer the head of the household. The man is naturally the strength of the home. If you take the man down, the home is easily conquered. Right. But that's not happening no more. The woman is the head of the household. Well, she's already physically weak, so the house is easily conquered. Right. Right? So they reverse the natural roles between the man and the woman by introducing this letter, which is the Willie Lynch letter.
Hey, but slavery don't exist no more.
Okay. It says, natural have provided for this type of balance. We reverse natural by burning. We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized nigger apart and bull-whipping the other to the point of death.
So they reverse nature by bull-whipping and pulling the nigger male, the strong nigger male. They would pull him with horses in front of the woman to show that he cannot save you. He can't save you no more, right? So they mentally, psychologically damage and affect the woman this way. Go ahead.
Hey, I seen them doing a test like that on a dog. Like they had 2 dogs. No, they had what was it? Was it 2 dogs? Anyways, he had a dog. He had
go talk to her.
Yeah, go for it. He had a squishy toy, and he gave it to one dog, and then he took it from him, and then he beat the toy. He just kept beating the toy, and he tried to give it to the other dog, and the other dog was like, "Nah, I'm cool."
That's a real thing, yeah.
You can do
That's
that
a real thing.
They can do that with animals, humans, bro. Yeah. You can do that with anybody.
Yeah, they've been doing it with children too.
Pimps do that with women. Some of the, like, bro, you'll see some of the finest women on earth. Women that you'll be like, how did you end up in this situation? It was all through programming. These pimps program these women to be like that. They buy them whatever they want, and then they sleep with them, and then they start slapping on them. And then after they slap them, they tell them they love them and they care for them, and nobody else cares for them. Right. That's the process of breaking a woman, dealing with pimps. That's how they do it. They show a lot of love, but then they gotta break them too.
So we gotta reverse, like Captain's been saying, we gotta reverse the damage that's been done in our society amongst our people, right? So we see, like, I heard this one thing on TikTok. They said that homosexuals, they act like a ghetto black woman. That's what all homosexuals act like. They act like black ghetto woman. Like they took the worst of our women to portray, right? The Bible talks about that being an abomination.
Right.
That's against God, man. That's against us. That defects, that hurts our children, man. At the end of the day. But anyway, we got to come out here and redo and reprogram the minds of our people if they're going to listen. But we got a lot of people that don't want to hear it because they're cool with being on their own, because at the end of the day, we fight the system. But it's only for the people. God says, he says, my children, my sheep shall hear my voice. And this is who we out here for. We're not out here for everybody. Right. We're only out here for the sheep of the elect.
Right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, and verse 24.
Bring it out.
But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world. So the multitude of the wise, the ones that the Lord chose to go out there to the highways and byways, is the welfare, the good. We're good for the rest of the world, because some people, they just confused. Some people, they just don't know what's going on. Some people, they don't care because they don't know what's going on. It's a lot of different reasons why people do what they do. Some people, they just set in their ways. They just want to do what they want to do. But some people just confused and they need to hear the truth. And that's where we come in. We're the welfare for the rest of the people that's confused. We're giving them a choice, an option. You want to choose life or you want to choose death? And we see a lot of these brothers standing up where they chose life.
All right. It's probably we reverse nature.
God. We reverse nature by burning and pulling one civilized nigger apart and bullwhipping the other to the point of death.
Right.
All in her present by her being left alone, unprotected, with the male image destroyed.
She was unprotected when the male image was destroyed. By doing this, when they bullwhipped them nigger male, they did this in front of her to show that she doesn't have a protection, right? To psychologically damage her, man. Go ahead.
Hey, and it don't gotta be written right there to know that in that same process you can get buck breakers. We got other books that
That's
are
right. There's more
in that same situation right
That's
there.
right. There's more things coming out that they did to the slaves that wasn't written, and it's coming out more and more. But there's more evidence and more things, like Captain said, buck breaking, when they do homosexual acts to men, right? The slave masters were doing homosexual activity to the men.
Bro, like, you know what I'm saying? A woman, that's gonna make any woman lose courage when she sits there watching her husband get his rear end towed up by some Edomites, man.
Yeah.
That's gonna make her lose courage.
The ordeal caused her to move from her psychological dependent state to a frozen independent state.
So she would be frozen and independent. That's where we're at now, where our women are frozen in an independent state. She was once dependent on the man, but you see every other race of women, they're dependent on their man except for the black woman. Right. The black woman is no longer dependent on the man.
Right.
She is no longer dependent. She's frozen in an independent mindset. An easy target. She's easily targeted. Come on.
In this frozen psychological state or independent, she will raise her male and female offspring in reverse roles.
In what?
In reverse roles.
She's going to raise them in reverse roles. Where the man's supposed to be dependent, he's supposed to be strong physically and mentally. She's going to reverse the roles of the man and the girl.
Right.
Her daughter and her son. She's going to reverse it. Right. This was the plan. This was the plan of the Willie Lynch letter and what happened to us in slavery, just in case you didn't know. This is historical evidence. Come on.
Native American.
For fear of the young male's life, she will psychologically train him to be mentally weak.
She would do what?
Train him to be mentally weak.
So she was afraid of the boy, her son, losing her life against the slave master. So she trained him to be mentally weak. There's a defense mechanism that all black women have, right? When it comes to a strong, when the slave master came around, she'd be like, she's looking mighty good, ain't she? She's looking mighty fine. That boy's strong, ain't he out there? Oh, he's stupid. He's stupid, man. He's stupid, sir. They would automatically belittle him to make him more unattractive to the slave master.
Right.
That's a defense mechanism that happened and is in our people today, and we got to reverse it. We need strong men and strong women.
Bro.
That's what the Most High God is looking for at the end of the day. Men and women that's going to stand up for righteousness, right? That's not going to fall for the society's foolishness. Come on.
Learn it again. Train him to be mentally weak and dependent, but physically strong, because she has become psychologically
Got it. It's okay.
psychologically independent. She will train her female offspring to be psychological independent as well.
She will train her female to be psychologically independent. And that's what we see. This is the product. This is the evidence of what we're seeing today. You predominantly look at the black woman, and she's been trained to be psychologically independent. Completely different from the rest of the women on the earth. She's what does it say? It says we will be a proverb and a byword. They will look at us at amazement, like, this is the way y'all women act. Y'all women act like men. They're not delicate. They don't even know what daintiness is. What is that? They don't know how to properly cook and take care of their homes. They don't know how to raise up their children properly. They don't even care. They don't even want to have children.
Right.
Hey, you get anything on this earth, a car, it's designed to go from point A to point B. And if that car doesn't want to, if it wants to, it no longer wants to drive anymore. It wants to cool food down now. What you gonna do with that car?
Right.
It's designed to go from point A to point B. But if it changes its design, then it's good for nothing.
Right.
You end up throwing that away.
Right.
If a microwave is designed to warm up food, but it no longer wants to warm up food, it wants to cool food down, what are you gonna do with that microwave? You're gonna throw it away.
Right.
And that's the same thing that's happening to our women. They are designed to create and make babies and to create princesses and kings on this earth, but they no longer want to do that.
Right.
So what's happening? They're being thrown away. And they're being spoiled.
Hey, in the Bible, it was a shame for a woman not to have children. To the point where they'll go get a whole nother woman and say, have a baby with my husband for me.
Right.
Now they don't even want to have kids. Hey, and going back to this point earlier, did you already read the part where it said that he said they train him to eat out of her hand? No. All right, yeah, get to that.
Because she has become psychological independent, she would train her female offspring to be psychological independent as well. What have you got? What you've got the nigger woman out front of the nigger man.
Hey, you gotta ask yourself, this book is still being sold today, but they'll tell you racism don't exist. Like, we don't know that there still ain't plantations in somewhere in these small ass towns in Georgia where these kids, black kids, are being kidnapped from Tennessee and Alabama and all these other little states. I mean, these little towns.
Right.
They still using these methods, man.
Right.
They still exposing that there's plantations in small towns in Georgia. Active.
We'll read that again. Read that part again.
On top of it, brother.
Yo.
It says psychological independent as well. What have you got? You've got the nigger woman out front of the nigger man.
You got the nigger woman out front of the nigger man. This is what this book is saying. This is what happened to us in slavery. You got the nigger woman in front. Hey, back in the day, There was a point in time where you would see a block of black men standing up for righteousness, ready to die for their women. You only got a handful of black men here, man. You only got a handful of strong men, mentally strong now. We mentally and physically strong now. You got so many men out here that's so weak, they won't stand for nothing.
Right. Hey.
They're good for nothing because
Right.
they won't stand for nothing.
Hey, women are being, like you said earlier, women are become useless when they don't want to serve in a purpose. So now they're being used as spoil. Now men are using is what we call bad, what they call bad bitches. They using them to set up men, and they going in there and they killing a man and they killing a woman.
Right.
But she useless.
Right.
She useless. The only thing she was good for was that. They didn't already, got their rocks off with her. They don't want her. They don't care about her no more. But this is what, it takes both parties to stand up in a situation like this.
But you got the woman in front now, and the man behind the woman. What kind of a war has never been won like that.
Right. Right.
A war has never been won where the woman is in front and the men are cowering behind. That never happens, man, on this planet. So we got to start getting the men to get mentally and physically strong, man.
Hey, Charleston White, he made a good point. He said, and then he was talking about the Willie Lynch. Well, we in a such society now where when the police knock at your door, you be like, babe, go see who that is. You are seeing your girl to the front door. Instead of you walking into the front door like a man and saying who you looking for, you are seeing the woman while you peeking out the blinds. You know what I'm saying? Trying to listen to the conversation. That's exactly what it's talking about. The woman is, how you gonna send her? She's a woman. Now what if they dust her? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no presence is an intimidation factor enough. You don't necessarily have to do a whole lot, but you just being a man. When you seen the Hurricane Katrina situation that happened, who did they target? They target single women. When single women are getting killed and getting raped, a woman, because this is the mindset of our women, they want to be strong and independent, right? Because of that strong and independency, it got a lot of women killed during that time. Because men, that's what they do. Women are spoils of war. In any situation, that's just what happens. But because we don't know that, we fall victim to it.
Yeah. So it's not on a large scale as this, but I had seen on social media, like, if we go out and order food and you with your woman, they mess up on your order, you like, it's all right, it's all good. But your woman, the one that wants to step up and, hey, you messed up on the order and all of that. Why are you not man enough to go up and, say something? Like, then deal with it. Exactly. Like I said, it ain't on a large scale as that, but just something that's simple.
It is on a large scale. A lot of people are getting killed. A lot of people getting killed at restaurants simply because the girl she got this mouth and she expect a man to stand up for her. Like, I've had people in my family recently where they get into a fight with a dude, and I've done this before. I think we all probably have, where your cousin and sister, anything that come right, they be like, this nigga just hit me, hell no. And instead of asking questions, him and her, you going, she just wants you to start punching on him, or you a bitch if you don't. You scared if you don't. You're not protecting her if you don't.
That's right.
But then when you hear the story, you'll be like, but you started this shit.
Right.
She's like, nigga, so you riding with me or what? It's like, no, nigga, I'm not.
You got the nigga woman out front of the nigga man, behind and scared.
Behind and scared. And that's what we're dealing with today. The man behind and scared. Still to this day, man. That happened in the generation of old, right? Where Yahushua, what is that? Matthew, he said you were like children. You know what I'm talking about?
Sodom's children?
No. He said,
Children in the market.
Yeah, in the market. You get that for me? So they were, the men are scared, man. They scared to stand up for their people.
Luke 7:13.
Our people didn't used to be like that, man. Our people were used to be strong, man. Our men used to be strong. They used to be willing to stand up and die for a woman, for a black woman, because that's my mother, that's my auntie, that's somebody's grandma.
Right.
We took it personal, man. But no more, they don't do that. They whip out a phone and start recording.
Hey, our people is scared. When we be teaching people up here, they be scared to say the word white man.
Yeah.
Scared as hell to say that. We're like, bro,
Yeah.
so what?
And that's why I said you got a handful of men today that are willing, that are strong mentally now, right? That we are looking for strong men and women. We ain't looking for everybody. We only calling for a certain select few, man. The ones that are strong mentally and physically. The men and women that are strong, man. But we got a lot of weak men, man. We got a lot of weak mentally men. Now they physically strong, but their mentality is weak.
Didn't you just read that?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, nobody mentally strong or standing up, I should say, also goes into like it goes into like speaking what's right when nobody else is gonna stand up.
Right.
And you know, you hear like really speaking up, but like really speaking up, it could be at a job, it could be at, mind you, use wisdom.
Yeah.
But there are certain times where it says in the Bible, it says defend the mammon. It says defend
That's right.
defend
Defend the
people.
man, defend the land.
That's you get put in uncomfortable situations where now the heat is on you, right?
Right.
But the point is, you actually have the courage to stand up. You
That's
can lose
right.
your job in this.
That's
You can
right.
lose a thing you've been working on. It's just nobody will speak up when it's really time to speak up. Like honestly, shit. It could be standing up against homosexuality in a right setting. Like we should still stand up for it.
That's
Like,
right.
or standing up that you don't want your kid to go through that, right? Like, hey, I don't want my kid to be with that kid. I don't want my kid to be around that family. I don't want that. It's kind of, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like the weird parent of the school system. You don't want eyes on you. You don't want your son to go through things. But sometimes you got to stand up.
You gotta stand up.
That's right.
Bring it out, Doc.
He's like, I boast.
There's the book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 32. They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace and calling one to another and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced.
It says the men in that generation is the same like the men in this generation, where they sit around at the marketplaces and saying, I have piped unto you. I have sung good songs. Hey, you can't feel me? You're not rocking with me? Right? That's what they're doing. Read that part again at the top.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 7, verse 32. They are like unto children sitting in the marketplace.
This is the same thing we see today. The men are like children sitting in the marketplaces, gossiping, good for nothing. It was CeeLo Green's song, man. I keep trying to say it. He said, yeah, you strong though, I give you that. But you must be stupid as hell to be that strong and still be where you at. Our men are mentally weak. They physically strong, but that ain't good enough. He said you must be stupid as hell to be that strong and still not be able to get together. Not be able to come together and stand up for what is right. We got a lot of weak men, man, and they'll rather stand behind a woman and let the woman step up and speak out in front.
Right.
Right? That's weakness in our men, man. Go ahead, though. We're gonna keep going on that.
Being separate. That's our whole.
Yeah.
Like, bro, we ain't gonna never be where we need to be as long as we keep including Esau. People got a problem with that. But bro, we will never be where we supposed to be while we still including Esau, and that's even his money. People talk about black wealth, but we still using this nigga money.
Right.
It's really not. It's still their wealth. It's still theirs.
Right.
If we create another Black Wall Street, bro, Esau still wins. We don't win. They win because it's still their money. They still got all this power and control over us.
What if they stop the money right then and there? Then what? What do we do? But everything we built falls again.
This is a perfect situation for sound sleep and economics.
Right, so when they made the men mentally weak, the slave master was like, this is a perfect situation for sound sleep. Now I can get sleep. Hey, it was a point in time when y'all used to have an uprising and y'all would burn the crops. And we couldn't sleep at night. But now, since we made the men mentally weak, now we can sleep peacefully at night. That's how it is now. Go ahead.
Before the breaking process, we had to be alert and on guard.
They had to be on alert and on guard at all times because they was afraid of their lives. They not afraid of their lives no more, man, because we passive. We don't know how to come together. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians don't know how to come together, man. We don't even see each other as the same people, man.
Right.
We weak. That's a weakness. They said on TV that if black and brown got together, they would be a superpower overnight. But we got too many weak-minded men.
Right.
They physically strong though. That ain't good enough, man. That's not gonna get it. That's gonna cause nothing but division and more division. And a lot more people gonna fall and fail for it. Go ahead.
Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. He cannot get past her early infant slave molding process.
He cannot get past her infant, her infant slave molding process. The black woman was molded to be different.
Right.
She was created to be different. Where she was dependent on the man, now she's independent, and she's frozen in that independent state. Right? It said in the letter, it says, unless there be a phenomenon, then they're going to stay this way. And the phenomenon is the Bible.
That's right.
Right.
The Bible is the phenomenon that's going to teach us and get us out of that frozen state.
Right.
We got to stop having so many mentally weak men. Right? The women going to have to stand down, man. You are not a man. Learn how to depend on your man. Learn how to, let me get 1 Corinthians 11. This is the divine order the Most High God set up, and that we're not walking in. The other nations walk in it, but we don't. We think we got it, right? Until a natural disaster happens, and then we're gonna be looking, God, please help. Right? We're gonna be looking for a man to help then, huh? The women gonna be looking for somebody to help then. When a natural disaster, martial law hits, they close down Quick Trip. Black people can't go in the grocery stores no more. You're gonna be looking, you'll be praying for a man then. It's too late, man. Let's get that.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is Christ. Come on.
And the head of the woman is the
The
man.
head of the woman is what?
Is the man.
This is the divine order God set up. This is the divine order God set up, man. If you want to see a change, fall in line. Get in order. If you want to see a change about people. Hey, black people, we used to be millionaires here in Black Wall Street. A lot of our people that's natural born to Tulsa, we know that. We know the story. Well, we used to be millionaires. And the white man didn't like seeing us that way. They didn't like seeing us prospering because we stuck together. We stuck together, man. We don't know how to stick together no more. We got the order all mixed up where the woman's independent. She's frozen in that dependency where she's independent about herself. That's off, man. And we're going to continue to fall and fail. Right? We're going to continue to be broken down and beat up. Right? Because we choose to not follow God.
I was gonna say, and when you look at the men, these are the women that they are literally chasing. They want an independent woman. They want a boss bitch. They want a bad bitch. This is what they want. So both parties has been psychologically tricked.
That's right.
Brothers, because I've been around them, and I've tried to understand. I never understood it till its fullness. But I would always, they'd be like, man, I don't want her. She bougie because she got a dress on. She bougie because she got a dress on. You don't want her. She don't look as freaky as a woman that's half dressed. But that woman with half dressed will burn your rod off, man. Be real here.
Right. So we got to get back to it. Let's get back to that order. I'm almost done. Did you have that part you want?
Man, I ain't getting fun.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, verse 3. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
Let's jump down to verse 7.
For a man indeed ought not to cover his head, for as much as he is the image of the glory of God. But the woman is the glory of the man.
So the man is the image and glory of God, but the woman is the image and glory of the man, or the glory of man. Right? So we got things mixed up, man. We got things out of order. And we constantly stay in that position. And a lot of people are comfortable. But those people that are comfortable, let them stay in their comfortability, man. Because they're going to fall in it. And they ain't going to know how to stand up. And then they're going to be looking for you when it's time, when it's necessary for you for when the disaster strikes. Everything is going to change. Hey, there was a man, he said, there is no atheists in war. I don't care how comfortable you feel right now. A lot of people don't believe in God. But when all hell breaks loose, every person is going to call on God.
Hey,
If you got men in war, I don't know his name.
Nah, Mr. Crowley.
Oh.
That created the Satanic Bible. He did that.
Yeah.
His sister explained how when he was dying on his deathbed, his last words was, he did something very horrible and he turned everybody away from God. They realized that on their deathbed.
Yeah.
So yeah, in the time of war, you ain't gonna be thinking about God. Everybody does.
Right. So when disaster strikes, that's when people are going to start taking things more seriously. They're going to be like, where are those men at with the Bible, man? I need to hear some words of God because I don't know the Bible like I'm supposed to. Right? We know God was reaching out his hands, but I kept refusing it. Right? And we know that's what the Bible says. You got something?
Hey, now it's time to hear from God himself.
Yeah.
It's time to hear the real words of God.
For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man.
That's it. The man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Go ahead.
Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man.
That's it, man. The woman, that's what you were created for, man. You were created for the man. You were created to uphold and uplift him and help fashion his dreams and build up his empire. As much as you don't like to hear that, that's what you were created for.
Right.
At first, we see in the beginning in Genesis, Adam was here, man, but he saw that Adam was alone. He saw that it wasn't good for man to be alone. And then he created woman, right? So he created woman. The sole purpose for her creation was for Adam, was for the man. Your sole purpose is for a man.
Hey, what they say? Jesus is my man.
They do. They say they married to Jesus, man. But Jesus, what Jesus is gonna do when he come back? He gonna hand you to a man. That's what he gonna do. He gonna hand everyone to a man. Y'all have to lake of fire. God. So, hey, we gotta get. Did you have something?
Sorry.
Somebody said they have something. Somebody have something.
He already cooked it down.
Oh, okay. No,
Hey,
okay.
Cap.
Yeah.
What you was speaking on made me think of the book of Eli, the movie.
Mm.
How Denzel had the Bible.
Yeah.
And they was trying to kill him over the Bible.
Yeah.
And the people asked them, like, what's so important about this book? He says the word is the power in that book.
Yeah, it's the power of the words. That's
And
right.
the female started to follow him because she said she'll feel safe with him.
Right.
See that?
Hey.
Hey, and even after they got it, what was the whole point of it? After they got it, after they got their book, he was cool. He kept going west. He's supposed to be going east, but you know how movies do. He kept going west, and he remembered those words. That was the whole point. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. You're probably not going to be able to have your chalked up Bible that you always been having. You got to remember those words. You got to remember those precepts.
Hey man, so we got to come back to the word of God, man. That's the only way we're gonna get out of here. They say, unless there be a phenomenon, that's the only way we're gonna get out of this situation. The Willie Lynch letter, it created the nigger man and the nigger woman to be in a frozen, the nigger woman to be in a frozen independent state, separated from her man. She is no longer in her creation. She is completely outside of her design. So what does that make her? Good for nothing, unless she comes and learns the proper role that she's supposed to be in. Right? Anything that's created for something and they operate outside their role, it is good for nothing.
Right.
And there's no difference between a man and a woman. If they're operating outside of their role, they are good for nothing. That's a fact.
Hey, and that goes for the man too, because I've been raised around certain men that was actually successful in it, but I've seen men growing up and they just want a woman to take care of them. They trying to find a woman that got her own apartment and her own car. Right. You know, she work a 9 to 5 where he can get her car while she at work. Right. This is a psychological dependent state that the man has on the woman. Right. So the roles being reversed is very much so. Read 25 and 22.
It's the book of Sirach.
Chapter 25 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence,
And much reproach.
And this is exactly why
domestic violence is a #1 within the black community. And Esau know this.
Bring it out.
They doing the statistics. They understand this, man. They actually encourage this. They support this. That's why you have, and I'm going to keep speaking on it, Tubi now. All those movies is about adultery, murder, just all kind of different fornications and lying and stealing and drugs. That's all it's about.
Right.
They're promoting that. Rap music being promoted. We can't say certain things on YouTube, but these niggas can talk about how they can record videos
Going to somebody, they ops grave site and digging them up.
up. They can record that the video don't get taken down. Views going up, everything. But the moment we say ICE or COVID or MOTB, the page is getting flagged. Talk about medical reasons. Right, but read that one more time.
A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach.
See, it says a woman that maintains her husband, and a lot of these women are maintaining their husband. A woman wasn't ever designed, like he said, to be on the forefront, to work the 9 to 5 and to make sure all the bills. She's gonna go crazy.
Right.
She's gonna go in a chaotic state.
And that's why a lot of these women,
They come home and they yelling and screaming at their man because they know deep in their spirit this is not the role they supposed to be playing.
right.
They understand that. Now they not gonna do it right, but they understand this ain't the role they should be playing. She come home, this nigga homies all in the house. She open the door, it's a hot box. The kids gummies is all on the table. The homies is high, half sleeping as boxers. She come home from a long day at work. She just, she playing a role as a man, so she expect this nigga to cook her something when she get home.
Right. Right. And it's a big old domestic violence case when the police
Police show up, and the first thing they do is they throw the man up against the wall, and they say, what he do? This is all a system. You want to say something?
I'm saying if you hold it like that, it'll stop cutting out like
Hold it like what, this?
rip up under the top.
Yeah. But this is what's going on. So my point that I'm making is slavery, shackles on our hands and our neck and our feet. Yes, they don't do that no more. The shackles of the Willie Lynch letter is 100% successful, so there's no need to put shackles on us no more. It's already been proven that we're not gonna run nowhere. Now, I don't care what you say. If you at a slave master's home. If you at a slave master's home, if you're a slave at a slave master's home, and he takes the shackles off your feet and off your arms, and he say, you're free. Are you really free, bro? Or are you still on his plantation? Now, he give you substance, give you money, give you cattle and all that, but like, man, get out of here, you free.
Right.
That's different.
Right.
That's not what they're doing. That's not what they're doing at all. So you will come to the realization, man, that Willie Lynch, what the brother just read, is emphatically still activated still to this day in 2025. And the only way we're going to be able to break this is coming back to the law, statutes, commandments.
That's
right.
right.
That's
Right.
It's a mic, Daddy.
So with that, anybody got anything? Malachi. God, did you have something?
That's a big ass rap. Go ahead.
So with that, we said we described the speech. Hey, so with that, we're going to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High God.
Yahweh,
Hashem, Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai. Shalom.
Shalom.